Hi there. Here we are with another devlog of my game Aria Disconnect. I hope you have enjoyed the other devlogs and I hope you will enjoy this one too. If you're new to my devlog, then to make it short, these videos are about me telling you about my game Aria Disconnect, that is a side-scrolling Super Nintendo style metroidvania in a cyberpunk setting. And also I have a new mic right now, so hopefully the audio is better. Today I'm going to tell you about how the sprites are made for the game and more about the game in general, like the map system, and perhaps to go into more depth about how the puzzles are made. Alright, about the sprites and animations. The inspirations for animations and sprites, well, in general it's a lot of games from the SNES era. I think for my sprite I took inspiration from Terranigma, made by Enix for the SNES, especially regarding size when it comes to the idle animation, running and attacking and so on. So the base size for Harry is 16 by 32 pixels, and I'm really happy that I actually captured a video of me doing a sprite for Harry and an animation actually, so let's roll that video. So the program I've used for everything so far is called Pixel Edit. It had a good price and it's good, I think. The process is pretty much just to start with one of the sprites already made, or that's usually how I do it, and then tweak it until it fits the purpose I'm aiming at. Like here, I'm creating a slide animation for Harry. I've come to an understanding that you need to know a lot about colors, which colors matches, shading and hues and such to make it all right. And I'm still learning myself. I think this one went pretty well though, and in the end you hopefully have an animation you're happy with. When I'm done with my animation, I just check how it runs and export it and import it to my development platform, which is GameMaker in this case. I know that I have to polish pretty much every sprite I have already later, and as you can see, only the main character has a bunch of them, but it's fun. Now let's move on to puzzles. Aria Disconnect has a lot of inspiration from Alundra, I've said. How? Well, music is one inspiration, but also puzzles. Alundra has such nice puzzles in it that I just had to have that in my game, and to have the same vibe when it comes to the puzzles. I like the idea where you fight enemies in one room and end up in another room, hidden or not, with a puzzle in it with no enemies, to give a breather of sorts, with music that just fits. And the puzzle really has to make you think, and where you can do the puzzles in several ways. That is my goal, at least. So designing puzzles are so much fun, but can be a big headache too. This is maybe nothing that special, but I like the idea to have rooms with a puzzle without enemies and where the music makes it more immersive. I mean, I know that for example Zelda had puzzles before Alundra, but Alundra was different. Don't get me wrong, there are going to be puzzle rooms with traps or enemies too, of course. So if you look at this puzzle for instance, it's a classical move blocks or pillars and try to get to the other side type of puzzle, where you control this vertical moving platform to lift these pillars, and where you reset the whole puzzle here if you get stuck. The idea here is to really make you think without any distractions of enemies, and to somehow blend the hectic action, exploration and smart puzzles together to switch the gameplay a bit, to give a fuller experience that is not so linear. And like this part for example, you will be able to get a breather from the rest of the stuff, to take it all down to just exploration and puzzles, where the music also plays a key part to the whole experience, to give the experience a new dimension and to make it more immersive. The puzzles are going to be a few, and they will be more interesting the further into the game you get. So I can't wait to build this game more. The map. I decided that I want a map for Aria Disconnect, and here there is only one inspiration, and that is Super Metroid. This took me a while to accomplish since I had a hard time to make the engine calculate where I am on the map and so on. So the map is basically a smaller abstract version of all the rooms divided up depending on your tile size. I will not go into the details on that one though. Now the colors of the map may change, but overall I think that this was the last piece of a thing to make AD feel like a game really. You even have a completion rate on the map, so you can 100%, hopefully not to go over 100%. That would mean that the game has bugs, but bugs are pretty much unavoidable, so hey, bugs are a part of the game. So the cool things here are that you can see the coordinates, the items you have found and bosses you have beaten on the map, with a small text explaining about the column and row you're currently in. And when you hack into computers, the Matrix world has its own map, which can make this game feel so much bigger. But don't worry, I will not go for quantity over quality. There needs to be a balance, of course. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my upcoming Kickstarter. I've been wondering if there's any interest in physical rewards, and do you want to be able to add a mug or a t-shirt or perhaps a vinyl of the soundtrack of the game? In that case, please let me know. Okay, that's all for today, folks. Make sure to download the demo, wishlist the game on Steam, and follow my Kickstarter, which is going live soon enough. The links are in the description. See ya.